Hi, everybody. Welcome. How are you? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Nice warm out. I got my windows open. Got some pups out. Gonna glue down some pups later. We even got some packaging paper here. This is to glue down the pups onto, and then we can go from there. But that'll be later. But here, look at some pretty pups. Look at all that. I have a lot. I have many pups. So this is like a tiny, tiny fraction of the puppage that I own. That is in my collezione. So let me pull up you lovely, lovely people on my studio here so I can say hello to everybody. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. That helps, especially at the beginning of the stream. It lets people know that we're over here, we're having a good time, and we want to spread the joy and have some fun in the chat. Um, let's see here. All right, let me la 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 participants. So if you say hello in the chat, you'll show up on my list, and I'll say hello back. And if not, maybe you're not subscribed and you can't chat. So make sure you subscribe so that you can chat with these awesome people. All right. Big hello to Adrian, Darcy. Hey, Darcy. Jeanette, Paula Keen, Martha's here. Peace Talk with Lynn is here. Hi, Mariah. And I don't know if you're there, but hi, Patricia. And hi, Rosemary. If I missed you, it's because you're not on. You didn't say hi in the chat, and I didn't see you on my list. But if I catch up with you, I will say hello. But don't be offended if I don't get you right away. You are speeded up and lagging. Paula, get your settings good, girl. Get your settings straight. Are you squared away? Jesse, hi. Hi, Lucy. Are you good, Paula? Good for P for still sleeping. Good for her. She's got a busy day this afternoon. So, all right. So, we got our pups here. So, I pulled out some stencils. I'm just going to do some gel printing. How about that for a novel idea? I'm just going to do a little gel printing, layer up different stencils and see what they look like. I just pulled out a few. Nothing, there's no specific designer. I just pulled out what I wanted to play with, and then we can go from there. There are two hashtags you can use in the chat. Hashtag Eddie, that will give you a link to all of my designs at pmartstudio.com. And don't forget, I have a new set of stamps out this month. They are my what are they called? Where's the other one? Spotted lanterns. Spotted lantern fly. Look at this one. So I just created a really cool watercolor background and then stamped right over it. That's it. Easy peasy, huh? Isn't that beautiful? Oh, and the other hashtag is hashtag shop. That will take you to the main, excuse me. That will take you to the main page of pmartiststudio.com. And you get to see all of the designs there, all the new ones. Today's the 5th. Today is Cinco de Mayo. I've already been drinking tequila. Look, I got a whole jug of tequila I'm drinking. Party's on. And if you believe that, I got a bridge I'm going to sell you. Here's another one. This was I was doing some stamping with Darcy's Flower Centers, and I said, "Oh, that'd be cute on the side there with the fly." Very nice. Yeah, so there's all kinds of stuff going on. Paula's got new stamps. Hi, did I say hi, Zal? I'm sorry. Hi, Zal. How are you? Um, Darcy's got some fabulous new iris flowers and some other stuff. Cinco de Mayo, Dutch Independence Day, and my it's today. Happy birthday, Paula. Oh, God, you're old enough to drink legally now, Paula. Good for you. You made it this far. Whoa. That's what I get for talking smack about Paula. Sorry. Oh, let me show you some things that I was doing yesterday. That's why I have my words in action on the stencil. Hi, Jeanette. I don't know if I said hi to you. I think I did. Oh, that's our Paula. So here's let's see what this is not the book I wanted. Let's see here. Collages. It's this one here. So this was a 5x7 gel plate palette cleanup print. So it's all kinds of grungy and abstracty. And then I came in with some tape and I pulled those pieces off with the tape. And then in here, I put in the words "free your mind." That's from my stencil, Words in Action. Just glued down to there. Down here, I got one of my lantern flies here that it's on tissue, glued down to a one of these cleanup prints. This cleanup print was actually done on the last live stream. You could see me create the mess on the gel plate to get all that. Oh, I wish I was on Tequila Paula. Nothing. I'm on coffee and flavored water. That's all. I'm so healthy. Here's Create Joy. Yeah, so this is on medical exam paper, glued down with gel medium. Then I went over it with the clear texture gesso and then did pencil work to that. Isn't that cute? Super cute. And then there's another thing. I went all P with this one. So this was another pull that I did from a messy gel plate palette. And then I stamped my sun stamp. This is one of my Taino stamps onto a gel print, cut it out. Also added the words "Create Joy" and "Love Loud." I even signed it. Look at that. Hi, Anne. Welcome, welcome. And then I made it into a flip out, little gel print on there, and then color outside the lines. Now here on this side, this was a brayer off kind of just a cleanup sheet I was using when I was doing some inking and stamping with oxide inks. So that's what this is on the background. So I went over it with the fly stamps, the spotted lantern fly stamps. Hi, Carla. Okay. No worries. Who else is here? Carla, Rosemary. Yep. That's everybody. And so I glued this down onto a brayer, another brayer off, and then made it into a tuck spot. I guess we can tuck those beauties in there for now. Hi, Laura. Welcome, welcome. Let's see what else. No, that's it in this book. So I've been trying to glue stuff down in these little books that I made out of paper bags. And this is pup sheets too. So this is something we're going to make today. Is this kind of thing where glue out all my pups, glue down my pups in strips, and we can add stamping to it. We can add marker, like a metallic pen or whatever, make it fun. It is very shiny. I like a good shine. So we need to get some paint on here. I hope everybody is good. Like I said, the weather here is pretty fabulous today. So yeah, it's a good thing. This is a part of a set. This is from Caleb Rose. Names elude me. But if you look up Caleb Rose in the PM Artist Studio shop, these will come up. So I think I'm going to do a layer with this one on top of there. Why not? Mousy mouse, you got to move up there. There we go. Braille off sheet. Liquid layers. Yes, liquid layers. Thank you, Mariah. Mariah. All right, guys, let's do a nice layer on here. What do we layer? What color are we in the mood for? You have something to pull in the basement. That sounds naughty, Carla. Naughty, naughty. I hope your husband doesn't find out about that. Brayer. Sorry about the camera shake, guys. It's everything's kind of connected here. Like PM Artist Studio, everything is like just barely hanging on. All these trip wires. If I move one thing too hard, it will. Hola, Stamp Girl. How are you? Welcome. All right, colors. What colors we got? What colors do we have in mind? You want to do something bright? Yeah. Let's use this lemon yellow. It's in front of me. This is, I pulled out some of my hippie crafter paints because I haven't used them in a while. And I know that some of them tend to be thick. They are professional artist acrylic paint, but they're thicker like a craft paint almost. So I'm gonna, hi Keeks, welcome. So I went through some of them and I added just before we came on. They got my hands aren't filthy. Like I actually washed my hands. I cut my nails the other day, so everything's nice and clean. But yeah, I added some airbrush medium and water because it was kind of thick. I still think it's a little thick, but let's see what we can do with this here. Oh boy. Let's get enough paint here to get into all the nooks and crannies. Dolly's, she likes to live stream as well. Dolly's, or AKA Stamp Girl. She does live streams as well. So check her out too. So who went to the Met Gala last night? What a piece of work that event was, huh? Wow, wow, wow. I'm gonna clean up the edges here. This is just packing tape, and yes, packing tape is safe for the gel plate. Now, that other stuff, the masking tape, you do not want to use that on the gel plate. From what I understand, it can rip chunks out of your gel plate. So stay away from that. Keep it away from your gel plate. Yeah, Mariah, I was shocked not at the people who didn't go. I'm shocked at the people who still attended despite the the fascist nature of the hosts this year, the Bezos. So yeah, it was kind of messed up, but it's all been recorded for history, so we'll remember who was a sympathizer with the fascist regime and who stood up and said, "You know what? No, we're not going to attend this event because it's all a farce." Nosy hub masculinity. Roberto, por favor, hey. The hosts were Jeff Bezos and his wife, the second one, um, who donated a ton of money because they have a ton of money because they don't pay taxes, to be co-hosts and to be able to snuggle up to, the cool people in the crowd. And I was just, when you have employees that have to pee in a bottle during a shift because the workload you put on them is so strenuous that they can't go to the bathroom, that's messed up. That's messed up. Yeah, and yeah, I apologize if this isn't what you guys were expecting or whatever as far as conversation, but it's it's a pretty big deal, I think, because he is a huge, huge person in our lives, whether we like it or not. And he is choosing to be a fascist sympathizer as opposed to a man of the people. Art is related because they are using the Met Gala event, which raises money for different artistic and creative endeavors and to preserve things, our artists, artworks and things like that. Um, it's all a farce. He's not doing it to be, um, you know, he doesn't. He's not trying to be what is the word, a Renaissance man or anything like that. No, he was. He just wants what he wants because he can get it. And what's worse is the Met Gala people who allowed him to hijack the event because now they have a huge stain on their reputation. And that makes it even worse for those wonderful artists who benefited from the Met Gala, um, you know, in the past. It's just a very icky situation. And we all have choices. We all have, what do you call that? We all have agency of our own selves. And so when we do things like participate in events like that, you are choosing to support the regime that that money is from, you know. Um, it's just Be on the right side of history. You know, it doesn't it doesn't take much to be a good, decent person. And if money is blinding you, then that's your problem there. That's your problem. Yeah. That was cobalt blue, by the way. Cobalt blue, nothing added to that one. That's why you know, see how thick it is? Let's do a nice springy print here. Hi, Elizabeth. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. And I honestly, as someone with a platform, I feel like I want, I should speak up because I'm part of that community in one way or another. Also, as a person of color and as a member of the LGBT plus community, yeah, I should be speaking up because if I don't speak up, I'm just as bad as those who want to do my community harm. So there you have it. And if that's something you can't vibe with, yeah, there are plenty of other channels that you can watch. I don't have to be one of them. You know, we can agree to disagree, but I think we have to face facts that we're in a very, very different world than we were 4 years ago, and even 2 years ago. So we have to adjust, and we have to in some way, whatever little way that we can, it takes some sort of action. That's another reason I did my words in action stencil, um, with phrases like "do not obey in advance," "flip tables," um, "disrupt the system," "compassion is free," "art is life," because they are important things to remember and to speak out on. Because if we leave one group behind, we leave everybody behind. You know what I mean? Everybody. Because they may only be coming for one group now or a couple of groups, but you're next on the block. Trust me. Even if you don't think you are, even if you put your head so far in the sand that you could see China, you are gonna be part of that cull, let's say, CULL, because they don't care about you. They care about making money, right? Or and maintaining power. So, you gotta always speak up. Always speak up. Don't be afraid to speak up. And if someone, I'm kind of on a high horse today because I got a comment yesterday, another, ignorant comment about my content, and it just peeves me that people choose to criticize the music I use in my videos. Yet I bet you that same person has no idea what's actually going on in the real world. I'm saying choose make decisions wisely, make good decisions. If you have to bitch and moan about music that's someone puts on their video that they created that you're watching for free, reevaluate your values, reevaluate the lives, reevaluate your views and your what you're saying. Yes, it's Paula's birthday today. We're gonna celebrate. How are you celebrating, Paula? You're on the bubbly, you say, my love? The pink bubbly? All right, let's do another stencil I pulled out that I want to use. There's this one by Darcy. I've used it so much I've broken it. Hi, Joni. All right, this is paint on here. Let's do something shiny. Let's do a metallic layer with this beautiful. Oops. Stencil. Just so if you're wondering, this is the metallic yellow gold Liquitex. Ink bubble for me, but homemade soup. Garlic bread and shaved cheese for me, but NIL by mouth for Rob after we have a. Oh, yeah, well, you gotta do what you gotta do. And positive thoughts for Rob. Oh, that's gotta be good. Get that out. Sorry about this ring light. It's so annoying. I know. That's gonna be a sexy print. Some gold left on that plate. I'm gonna, or that stencil. I'm gonna put it onto this paper here. Show it. There we go. Let's try a flop off here. Remember, flop off is taking your stencil that has wet paint on it, flopping it off onto some paper. Be careful, this Yupo likes to stick to plain paper when the paint is wet. If you leave it on too long. So we're going to go quickly as possible. And you can see here, it wanted to stick. We took it off quickly. And this is the Hammermill 28-pound color copy paper that I'm using. So it's a little weightier than your typical, just like the 20-pound, I think it is regular, like standard copy paper. So it's going to hold up better. But notice I didn't do a lot of like rubbing on the paper with the stencil because the side of the stencil that had the paint did not have paint that I just added the paint, didn't have paint on it already, meaning that the surface was more likely to adhere to the paper once it had a little bit of paint on it. Because that's the nature of the Yupo. So you got to learn kind of the quirks of using the Yupo stencil. Mariah has a whole thing on it. Wait, I have it. So, when you order from Piamata Studio or you go to their website, you're going to see this. Why Yupo? Well, it's 100% waterproof. It's ideal for art. It's 100% polypropylene and tree-free, so it's plastic. All types of paints, inks, and more, washable, reusable, and a reliable control surface. So there you go. But you got to learn how to use it. So if for some reason, hi, Anina, if for some reason your paper does stick, don't panic. It's not over. The fun is not over. Just put it in some warm water with a little bit of dish soap. That paper will soak off. Don't worry. Like I said, you may have left the paper on too long, or there wasn't enough paint. or the paint was drying too fast. Maybe it was too warm in your studio and dry, and the paint started drying fast. So those are things you got to keep in mind when you're gel printing. So like I have my windows open, so I know my paint's going to dry a little bit faster than normal, but it's not humid out. So um they will definitely dry, but not like super fast because it's not hot. It's nice out. It's not hot. It's what is it's like 70 degrees right now. There we go. Okay, Mariah, did I do good explaining the whole UPO thing? I went kind of quickly, but you know, I am amped up to be here with you all. I'm excited. Mm. Oh, thank you. Good, good. Okay. Let's get some petals in here. This is teardrop petals. This is one of my designs. So you can check that out. This comes in the 3 different sizes, and the 5x7 is really cool. Mariah, um, in Paula's words, amped up. She amped up part of the design, so it's like a really large couple of petals. It's really cool. So check that out when you have a chance. All right, I'm gonna do. Where is my? It's this one here. I wanted to use. No, no. I'm gonna use this turquoise blue on here. Lucas Krill. And we'll do a layer of that. And I appreciate everybody who's hanging out with me today. If you're in the balcony, what's up? What's up? Glad you're here. Hopefully you're having a nice afternoon, evening, wherever you are. I'm just happy to be with you and being able to do this. It's a big deal, man. Nice color. Okay. Oops. There we go. Take your time when you're lifting up a stencil that has delicate designs cut out into it. That's a good way to break your stencil when you yank it off too hard, because the UPO will also. That's why it's a good material for the gel plate, because it does grip the gel plate. So when you're putting your paint out, it doesn't move about. You get a nice crisp design, but it holds onto the gel plate. So you want to be careful and lift it ever so gently and not yank it. There ain't no yanking in this party. That is gonna be so good. Okay, Paula. Yeah, don't be a yanker. That's gonna be good. You drawing over here. Yeah. Let's see if this one's. Yeah. That's the ambulance. Let's get another layer on here. This paint is more wet than that gold was, so should get a nice um, flop off onto here. Thanks, Elizabeth. Nice. These are great for using your sprays on. Spray it from the back, and it fills in the white, or just leave it the way it is. You know, whatever floats your boat. Well, we've got Mr. Petals out. And yeah, I'm using some of the smaller plates today just because that's easier to grab and easier to get on there. All right, take care, Dalis. And I appreciate you stopping by. That's really sweet of you. Are you stopping? Oh, sorry, Carla. I'm sure it wasn't a dud. I'm sure it was beautiful. So make sure you share it with us. Oh, thanks, Dalis. To the floor. Oh, come on, Carla. Don't be like that. All right, this is quinacridone burnt orange from Sennelier. Sennelier. It's wonderful, yeah? Yeah. It's a beautiful color. Beautiful. It's a transparent paint. It's just so nice. So it shouldn't take too long to dry. Look at that. So you know you can do that when the paint's built up on your stencil. You get a nice, transfer of paint to from stencil to deli paper or whatever paper. Hi, Uta. How are you? I haven't seen you in a little bit. I hope you're well. Paula, I don't know what's going on over there, but I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Everything's fine. All right. What else do I have here? Oh, let's do the other one of these, the part two. Get some down on here. So if we don't get oh, good. That's good to hear. Hi, Soul. Welcome. Oh, you know what I wanted to do is I have this. I pulled out this gray. This is called Cold Gray from Hippie Crafter. And Becky yesterday in at the PM Artist Studio live chat or live stream, Mariah was working on this month's color combo, and that looks a lot like she said that would probably be well for the gray. So let's see. So this is the color combo. And look at that is almost a perfect match to the baby blue. You see that? It's cold gray, but this is glacier gray. So I've got this and this. How funny is that? So good call, Becky. So I'm gonna get some of that on there. We'll Was the bottle, not me. So let's give this color combo another whirl on that. Right. So where are my texture plates? My texture plates here. Let's create some texture in the background while the paint is still wet. Oh, here we go. Some of Paula's rune blocks on here. These are just pieces of chipboard or cardboard that I've used texture paste on through a stencil. Giving it a nice pushy, so that each stone, I'll call these stones, have designs on them. So that should be, you can see that. So we'll be able to get some color through there, hopefully. Where are we? If we can. It's still a little bit wet. Usually metallics dry fast. What's up with that today? Very strange. It's another way to create pups or pickup papers is just layer your wet paint that you're cleaning off your stencil onto the same paper and, build up the layers that way. Not much on there. So, yeah, so these are the prints I created on the last live stream for the color combo. So it's Glacier Gray, Autumn Glory, and Baby Blue, with the mark making element of splatters. So that's this one with the white splatters, and then this one with the black splatters. I think we did a pretty good job with these. Now you can, if you're part of Makers of Mixed Media Artists over on Facebook, you can download your own little colored thing. This I made myself. It's actually nicer, the one that is on the color combo post. The color combo is hosted by Carrie the Crafter, Paula, who's in the chat, and Estella Banks. And Estella Banks creates the cards that you can download. So there's 2 images. You can save them to your device and then print it out. And they have the 3 colors. They have the additional colors, the mark making, and it looks really much more professional. I just like it, did this myself because I just wanted it larger and whatever. Anyway, yeah, so get that over in Makers. And some people are having problems this month with this combo. For some reason, I've taken a shine to it. I'm kind of like it. Carla says we need a list of what to do with the dud. Oh, I actually have a playlist, I believe, on how to enhance your ho hum prints. Let me see if I can find it. I think I got the list. playlist. Give me a second while I do some stuff here. Content. Where are my playlists here? Oh, I thought I had a playlist for that. I guess I don't. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong page. Oh, I got more than one page. Oh, here we go. Enhance your ho-hum gel prints. Where are we? There you go. That's a playlist for how to enhance your gel prints. Hello, Julie Parker. Way too early. What's way too early over there right now? Give me the facts. Just the facts, man. All right. I'm gonna get the blow jar to this. And just get it. Get her done. Gotta get some paper on here. All right. Time to pick a color. Ooh, 3 a.m. That is early. You're welcome, Carla. You know I got you. This is gonna be so good. All right, so color ideas. What are we thinking? We thinking the dark blue? All right, I'm gonna do Prussian blue here. Oh my God, gotta re-up on the Prussian. All right, scraper. All right, wish me luck that this doesn't go everywhere. Guys, forgive me. I'm gonna go up in my lens. There's something on here, so. There we go. Well, she's not here, Julie. Hope that helps. You've got Eddie Makes Art. Robin who? I don't know who that is. It's my show. Again, I'm using the Hammermill 28 pound premium color copy paper. Wow. Oh, good choice. That's going to look so good. All right, let's continue. This needs another layer here. Let's see. Let's pair this up with Darcy squared up. How about that? I'm going to go this way. So this is designed by Darcy, Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media, aka Darcy Sanders. It is a design called Squared Up. I believe it comes in the 3 sizes: the 8x10, 5x7, and 9x12. And it also does have a stamp. There's a stamp version of that. Hi, Gray. How are you? Okay. Now, with an orange like this, I'm going to do something funky. I'm going to throw some turquoise phthalo down. And let's see what it does to the orange. That should be fun. There we go. A lot of paint, Eddie. Okay, let's see here. Oh, that's funky cool. That's funky cool. Okay. You've got to dry. I'm gonna get my paper here. Got to clean up too. We got a bonus print here. Love that. There's still some print down here. Let's see if I can soak that into the mix. Nice. Very, very cool. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. I got like a few windows open here. Gotta shift a couple things. Windy here. Okay, so this one should be good to go, but I'm going to give it a once over with the hair dryer. Come on. All right, so yeah, definitely. Yeah, keep an eye on her channel. That's good. That's importante. I'm going to throw some orange on here. I'm going to use this, the Hippie Crafter yellow orange. Bloop. There we go. To get that off the hands. The sprayer here. I wonder if Robin McClendon ever talks about me in her live streams. That would be cool. She probably doesn't. Oh, well, I have been working on gel plates since I met PM Artist Studio. 3 years, going on 4. Um, thanks, Ricky. I'm actually just teasing. You don't have to do that. Um, yeah, that's how I discovered them. So, yeah, a few years now. I remember like the first few weeks doing gel printing, I literally could not stop. I had, and I'm sure you guys that when you first started, you did the same thing. Like you just like, oh my God. It's a it's such an addictive thing to do, but it's a healthy addiction. Definitely. Whoop, whoop. All right. See, it's important to know your colors. That's gonna be so good. Words and action in a funky springtime theme. I love it. Okay. This one. This one is dry. Um, so I'm gonna do thank you guys. Thank you, thank you. I think this just needs one more layer. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this one with some orange too. Why not? Carla, that's the vibe I was thinking. Yeah. The 1969 protest poster. Hi, Sherry. How are you? You just started gel printing in 2013 and still loves it. Oh my God. Oh, you did, Keeks? Oh, Yolanda's a great gel printer. I love her gel printing as well. She does great stuff. She's where I learned how to do image transfers for the first time. So if you need some good examples of image transfers on a gel plate, Yolanda's the way to go. She's really really good at that. Now look at how that gray changed with the orange behind it. And once I pull this, I can hold it up really close, and you could see you'll be able to see the really cool. But like look in the corner. Look at how it crackled. Sorry about that. The ring light, but can you see those cracks? Love it. Okay. Hi, Caroline. Yeah, I started streaming a little while ago, about 12:30, an hour ago. Yeah, but I'm glad you're here. Thank you. She's great. Yolanda is a very, very talented artist for sure. We love Yolande. Let's get, we got those, got paper on that one, got paper on that one. Paper, paper. This one, oh, this one is still wet. Let's let that hang out. This one's clean. I think this is one of Yolande's. Yes, this is Creeping Vines. Speaking of Yolande, we'll use her stencil here. Actually, this is a smaller stencil. Let me use a smaller plate. That's the big plate. I have more small plates. Well, I've already used up the 8x10s. What are we gonna do? Let's just get some paint on here. Okay. So, how about some primary yellow? Oops. These things get so gunked up. Yeah, I saw your necklace. It turned out really good, Julie. Turned out very nice. Let's try some of this here. Cicadas. No, she did not, but I will add that to my list. I will check that. I will check that out. Thanks, Keats. Oh, I forget, Caroline. Are you in the UK? I always forget. Yeah, I think I overmixed that, but we're not going to worry about it. We're going to just keep on moving. That's not too bad. I like it. I like it funky. think I got to mix more colors like that, you know, kind of like just not like one straight color. Keep it interesting. Another 8 by. So this is one that was gifted to me that was already used. So I'm gonna take it off of there. I think I might have a plate I can put it on. Yeah, go. Let's just use what's already. I'm gonna put that side to the back and just use the clean side of the plate. Gonna put this one back on here. And do white. A little bit of white there. And a little bit of this indigo. And that will mix with some of the paint that's already wet on the stencil. See, because look at how cool that is. Now, the only problem is that may not be what's on the other side. That's why I like using the plexiglass. But look, you can see how that blended and then how some of the color from the stencil came off with the white. That's cool. A funky print day. I'm running out of room. Got plates everywhere. All right, I'm gonna flop this off on here. Where's that paper? There we go. You've got a good transfer from that. Very nice. I think that pup needs to retire for a little bit while it dries. All right. Let me dry up some of these prints. Ow, look at that wrinkle. You know, what are you going to do? Don't worry, guys. I'm holding the hair dryer like 10 inches away from the plate. So, and moving my hand vigorously over it so it's not your playlist for fixing ho hum prints reminds me of somehow of Dan Aykroyd's OSNL for the Bassomatic. You can slice it, dice it, you can yeah, do all sorts of things with it. This one's going to be a nuisance, I think. So whatever stays behind stays behind. But I think it's going to be a fun print no matter what. Whoa, we go. Look at that. Look at that. That's so fun. Really cool. And like that hippie crafter likes to crackle. So, a lot of crackling going on with the hippie crafter paint. That was the lemon yellow on here was this hippie crafter paint. It's a fun one. I like it. All right, let me move you to the side here. Get my I'll do my hair too on that. Okay, so this is the one with liquid layers that I did with that cold gray from Hippie Crafter, and then pulled it with the yellow orange. Look at that. It's so cool. Now I'm going to hold this so you can focus on the impressions, but also like look at how the paint cracked. There's no crackle medium or anything. It cracked like that. But I love that color combo. This will be great. Like this is a fun stencil, like and I've done it with other prints of this stencil. As you come in to the larger designs with your acrylic markers and do further decorating. You definitely use that with that one. That one needs some time to dry. Yep. That one is time to dry. Get this one. I'm just gonna go over this. I'm gonna brave through it and use the whatever nonsense is on that plate already. Let's go back to Darcy's. Squared it. And let's see, I've got a little bit of gray here. Let's do a little bit of this violet. It's very dark violet. It's a very dark violet. This one has some airbrush medium added to it, not a lot. It's hard to mix those Hippie Crafter paints in the bottle. They're very thick. The paints. Just get all funky with our colors. Why not? And that'll be fun because the purple will look nice with the bits of yellow and orange left behind, and obviously the white. Let's got that purple on there, and a little bit more. And with that. Get down. God. We're stuck. Now, have you ever pulled a print with the stencil still on the plate? You can do that. Quickly and carefully. Hi, Glenda. Welcome. But we don't want it to stir. But we want to get some of that good stuff off the stencil. And that's how you do that. Show you again. Let's do this tab. There's some of this cobalt blue that I added the airbrush medium to, and also the added some water to that. This one's a little more loosey-goosey. It looks beautiful mixed with that purple. They call it violets. All right, again, plain paper, but remember the stencil already has some paint on it, so that gives us a little bit more freedom to press and rub, but don't leave it on too long. Keep in mind how much paint you added, all that good stuff. Now, it started sticking, and I'll show you where. You can see here, that's like down to the paper because it started sticking up there. So it's like a very fine line. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Marta. Welcome. But look at that. It's the blue is wonderful, isn't it? The cobalt blue by Hippie Crafter. Really fun color, and mixed with that purple, it gives it a whole new dimension too. New dimension in your bedroom. All right, so we got a little nice little outline there. I'm going to save that. Let that dry up on there. But look at that. Just a couple layers gives you some interesting stuff on the plate. See if there's anything left on here. That was all coming out the other side. That is okay. I am going to clean that up because sometimes it distracts me when I'm gel printing to see that other stuff on there. Oh, you know what I need to do? Should have done. Here. Where are my flies? Did you know I got new fly stamps? Yeah. And it comes in two styles. This is the spotted lantern fly, which caused much controversy in the PM Artist Studio live stream the other day. Don't know why, but it's just a stamp. It's okay. Just a stamp. They're not gonna bite you. Put that away. You need a jump suit. Here, let's get this one. This is a nice big old plate. Let's stamp on there. I know, right? Oops. See, I was stamping them off in black. Let's see that here. So I saved that. That's going to make a cool print later. All right, I'm going to stamp. I want to stamp these in red. I really do. These some Purell red. One small brayer. One small brayer. Good. I'm glad, Peaks. She likes the creepy crawlies. Nothing wrong with the creepy crawly as long as I don't have to deal with it in person. Oops, I wiggled that one. It's going to be all right. It'll be all right. It's the thing with the stamps is you want to, when you're using the acrylic paint, is try not to wiggle it. Once you put it down, just leave it down. It'll be good. Let's get this one juiced up with some paint. Black looks really good. I mean, the red looks really good on that black. Let's see. I moved it. There we go. Now, I need to get paint off of here as much as I can. Oh no. That's terrible, Martha. Well, I hope you heal up quickly. Welcome back, Zal. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. Now, if you're unfamiliar with foam stamps, be aware that you don't want to let the acrylic paint dry on them. Otherwise, it will make them pretty much useless for ink. It won't soak up any ink or anything because acrylic is a plastic. So you don't want that sealing the foam, the foam on the stamp. So get you some water in a little container. Oh, I didn't get my water ready. Well, I can use this. This is not contaminated yet. Get a little water in here. And put them paint side down, obviously. Let them hang out. Mother Nature or gravity will do its thing and pull that paint down. Should be a chair over here. 1 second. Those are good. Enough to dry. This is the gold print. Bye, Elizabeth. Take care. About cleaning my stamps. Well, you know, you really don't have to clean them like after you use ink, but with acrylic paint, you definitely want to clean them. Yeah. Ooh, look at that. That's a pretty one. That is a good one. We're keeping that one, that's for sure. And that's the one I pulled. I pulled this with Prussian blue. Makes that gold yes, like a jungle. Makes that gold just really pop. Fabulous. All right, let me set you over here. Give us another stencil here. There we go. Yeah, let's gel print some numbers. This was a dummy stencil I made up. This is nothing that's available. This is something that I made up for myself. So just so you know. But let's get some numbers on here. Where your off sheet. Oh boy. So thanks, Joni. What else is going on in the world today, guys? Anything exciting going on out there? I don't get out much. The handlers won't let me go. How about, let's see, move that over here. Not really, Eddie. I don't know what you mean. Truly, not really. You love peacock feathers. Okay. Peacock feathers? Feather les peacock. Oh, let's try some of this permanent red. So, you're in NYC, right? There's a lot of exciting stuff going on in the world, Julie. Don't tell me that. There's got to be. It's a big world out there. People are making things. They're doing stuff. Yeah, Cinco de Mayo. Oh, nice. Oh, awesome, Marta. See, that's exciting. Getting out and voting despite her injury. That's a true patriot right there. Oh, sorry about that, Rosemary. I know about all about back pain. Trust me. Keeps me from doing a lot. Frogs are still croaking like cookie, cookie. All right, got some numbers down. Let's get that. What is this one here? Just really put that there. Simple. That's pretty dry. Oh, well, it depends, Anina, because each state has its own elections and systems and what have you. So Martha's probably talking about a local election for her state, wherever she's at. Oh, back surgery. Oh, see, I've never had back surgery. So can't talk about that. I'm going to put these numbers back down and give this a layer of numbers. But I'm going to use, I already used the permanent red on here, but I'm going to use the metallic magenta, which is kind of the same, but metallic. Do some shiny here. Nothing national right now, Anina. Our big national election is going to happen in the fall, in November. But up until then, it's all, local elections and stuff like that. And each state is different. Each of our states is like one of your European countries almost. It's so big here. So big. I think that's why there's a lot of Americans that don't have passports because like you don't really have to go out of the country to see, amazing, wonderful things. We have so much here. Oh, I'm gonna love that. That's gonna be hot, especially with that metallic. That's gonna be so good. All right, let's get this paint off of here. Local governor, Ohio, voted today as well. Oh, okay. Hi, Casey. Checking in on your last break. Last break for the day, I'm assuming, not for your job. I hope your move is going well and you're getting yourself situated. Must be exciting, like just having your own space. Don't stick, don't stick, don't stick. There we go. Okay. Last finish. Okay, good. So don't get rid of Casey. He's the best man you've got. Shift it over, kids. We've got to get paint on this one. Nice and dry. All right. So this one, we could just do a pull color, or we could add another stencil. Okay. This is a silicone mat. If this is what you're talking about, Julie, it's just a large silicone mat. It's very handy. Handy pandy. What do I have here that would work for you? Your video game. Let's do video game. Another one of mine. I'm gonna do yellow. Oh, cool. Coffee dyeing some gel prints. Nice. This is Fucurious Cadmium Yellow. Lucas Krill. Yeah, I don't have the exact measurements in front of me, but it's definitely a larger one. And there's paint coming off of my brayer. Oops. Well, that's okay. That'll add some interest to the below. You see, I got some of that. The magenta came off. Give us a little orange hue. This over here, that is a cleanup sheet. Isn't that nice? It's and a stack of stencils. Hi, Shauna. Oh, that'll be fun. Very cool. Ooh, okay. I gotta play catch up here. Is this one dry? All right, so this one's dry. This is the one we did with quinacridone, burnt orange, and then the turquoise phthalo and behind it. So, oh, hi, Mo. How are you, Liv? I know adulting always gets in the way of fun. Should be illegal. This is definitely up your alley, Casey, that's for sure. Now I need a color to pull this with that's going to make it fabulous. I'm thinking just something neutral. What about something neutral? Think about that while I get this stencil cleaned up here. Yes, Mo. Keith mentioned about the, what do you call it? The cicada. I'll work on that this week. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, you know what I watched yesterday and I finished today? Have you ever heard of the movie Gosford Park? So it was supposed to be this big movie. I remember when it first came out, I think it got won Oscars or it was nominated a lot. And it's got some great actors in it. But man, it was just boring. Like it wasn't as exciting as it could have been. I mean, I've seen some Sherlock Holmes that were a lot more exciting than those in that movie. But that's just me. Um, what's it doing? Oh, that's the other one. I was looking for my other video game earlier, and it's off to the side here. Off to the side, hanging on the drying hook. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with a neutral color on this one. And I'm gonna do the sand, which is donde está la águila? There it is. The Lucas Krill sand. Let's try that. Never watched it. Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime. If you have that, that's like one of the only movie services I have, or streaming services I have left that I use. And once that sub is over, I probably won't renew it. But mind you, YouTube has a lot of movies on there. You just got to search them out. More paint. A little bit more. Yeah, that's definitely one that, like, I'm glad I watched it, but I don't understand what the, okay, got paint coming up. Come on, chill. I don't get why it was such a big deal when it came out. Anina, right? Like there's a lot of good movies, especially if you don't mind like older movies like from the 40s and the 50s. There's some wonderful movies out there on the YouTubes that don't cost a thing. What genre of Gosford, like Gosford Park or just in general? Well, Gosford Park is a mystery. Um, Takes place in a um, hoity-toity mansion in England, um, with like I think it was in 19 took place in 1934. It was set in 1934. So you can imagine the whole vibe, that sort of what do they call that, costume drama thing. And it's a beautiful movie, but it was just kind of like, okay, I don't know. Yes. Yes. Joan, I love like the old black and whites, um, are great on here. And then another, oh yeah, I'm glad I did that. The neutral color. That's gonna look really good. Another, what do you say? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Is, oh, I totally lost track of thought. The oh, old movies of the week. Like I know in the United States, this was a thing. I don't know if it was in other countries, but in the United States, at least like in the 70s and 80s, we had a lot of movie of the week. And they were really good. Like not none of the stuff that you see now, but on TV, regular TV. Like this was like good good stuff. And that was so those, you get a lot of those on there. This has a little too much paint sticking to the brayer. Get that out of there. All right, take care, Casey. Enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to hit that like button. A good TV movie of the week, with Sally Fields from, I think, I want to say 1972. It is Home for the Holidays. That's another murder mystery. That's really good. It's all famous actresses when they were a lot younger, and it's really good. Hi, Adrian. Have you been here the whole time, Adrian? Or am I just misremembering? Oh boy. Oh, God. All right, let me click that off. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought you were here. The shop around the corner. No. Where can I find that, Zal? And why should I watch it? I like mysteries. I like murder mysteries. I like period pieces. I like a good horror flick, stuff like that. Cheesy romance. No, thank you. Let's do some petals behind this one. I'm gonna do this light blue permanent. Oh yeah, I probably wouldn't like it. I didn't. You've got mail was not one of my favorites. No. Hallmark movies, no thank you. Two things about Hallmark: crappy cars and crappier movies. I just do not like it. I don't want it. Yeah, I'm just not a romantic movie kind of guy. Now, let me pull back on that. There is one that I love, but okay, it's Call Me by Your Name. If you know me, you know I love it. It stars Timothy Chalamet and Armie Hammer. It is a gay love story that takes place in Italy, in the I want to say 40s, 50s, around there. Really, really beautiful. No, I did not like The Notebook. I don't like romantic stuff like that. No, no, boring. And I'll even watch some religious stuff, but like usually the religious stuff I watch is like horror. So I've seen some of them, Glenda, some of the cross ones. Yeah, I used to read James Patterson books a lot when I was a lot younger. That one's going to be a really funky print. Haha, back to this one. All right, so this one, nice and dry. This one needs something behind it. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't mind crying at a movie. There are movies I'll cry at, but it's the romantic ones. No, not like that. I now Call Me by Your Name. That one will make you cry, but not till the very, very, very end. Like it, definitely worth watching. Definitely worth watching. It's beautifully done. It takes place in the Italian countryside, and there's a lot of bucolic scenery. Sorry for the SCT word, but that's the best word I can find to describe it. Yeah. What am I looking for? Let's just use this one here. Let's use my other video games stencil. Let's give this some pizzazz. I'm going to do some of this here. Iridescent green yellow. I do love watching movies where rich people um, fight and kill each other over the stupidest things. It's fun, and then they all go to jail or they die. That's always fun. There's little joys in life, you know. Yeah, Call Me by Your Name. It's based on a book. The book I hear is fantastic. I've read the follow up to it. It's really good. But yeah, that's a really good one. Ooh, metallic fun. Take care, Saul. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the lovely weather we're having up here in this part of the country. Let's see. It's 72 degrees here. Where are we? New York, 79. Wow. London is a balmy 58 degrees. You must be sweating, Mo. Warm over there. Yeah. That's always fun, isn't it, Darcy? Oh. Oh no, Reno, they there. Oh yeah. It's not a genre, but like most most mystery movies are like that. Like a lot of mystery movies are like that, especially the costume dramas. All right. What are we gonna pull this one with? 35 in Minnesota. See, that's this country is humongous. Like 35 in Minnesota and 80 degrees, in almost 80 degrees in New York. So it's even warmer here than it is in Los Angeles, but they are 3 hours behind. So, all right. What color are we gonna do here? Do a couple more prints, then I'm gonna start gluing down some pups. Doing that. I like that idea. Zal, think a lighter blue. Let me see what I have in the stash that I can. This one. Too dark. Too dark. It can go there. Oh, you know what? No, it's two of the same on there. How about this one? This I haven't used this. Brilliant blue. Let's use this one. The brilliant blue. English is hard. Upper left hand corner. This one. It's similar. This one's a little more green. This is the aqua or turquoise. Sorry, that's a turquoise. Yeah, this is a good one. This is a good call, Al. I like it. And I don't know if you saw my comments, Al, but I love your color combo for last month. You did a really good job with them. You're too hard on yourself. You did a really good job. I think you should be very proud of your creation. Yes, that is a good question, Mo. Mo asks, she wonders what this blue does to the magenta, how opaque it might be, or how it could change. Let's take a sneaky peek here. Let's see. Oh boy. Look at that. So it allows us to see that cool detail from that print with the flop off or with the Darcy stencil squared up. And then it pumps up the magenta in a way that just pulls it all together, I think. Good color calls, Al. Very nice. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Al, you did a fabulous job on that color combo. I enjoyed it. Foshizi. All right, now this one's just funky. Funky. Let's get funky with this one. I'm gonna go metallic. Can you guess which metallic I'm gonna go for before I go for it? You know, I spent the morning cutting carnival tissue and I did not even use it. So I'm gonna pull some out now and use some of that. Well, I have that here. And then I thought maybe this one, but I like the lime. All right, we're gonna go lime. It's the first one I saw. So we'll go with lime. All right. Orange would be good too. Orange would be a good one too. We're gonna pull this one on to the Carnival West Strength Tissue. Put the lime in the coconut. Oh, I wish I had a tequila right now. Oh, that would be wonderful. Oh, that would be so nice. But I don't think they deliver booze around here. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Ooh, that's going to be so good. Very nice. Okay. Make sure everything's covered before we continue. Oh, this one needs another layer. Where are my stencils? Let's do. Oh, here. I've got Joni's. Joni, are you still here? I've got tiger motif. No, thank you. I have enough in my mouth as it is. This is by Joni, who's in the chat. She was in the chat earlier. Joni Marone for PM Artist Studio. PM Artist Studio. All right, what are we going to do with this one? Let's go. Weird. I'm gonna do some yellow ochre. It must be your day, Zal. It's your day. We need yellow ochre. This one's for Zal. Please don't, Mariah. Oh man, you're wrong for that, Mariah. So wrong. I can't wait for the day that I get to go to Texas and do it in person with you all on a live stream. That is my dream. For real. When shit settles down, get down to Texas, drink some whiskey with P, and I'm gonna get on a live stream and I'm gonna sing the opening with them. That would be so exciting. All right, my flies are dry. They're not open, but they're dry. Darcy, how fabulous would that be? I could fly to Virginia. We could drive there, or we could just both fly down there. All right, let's continue with our Oka, yellow Oka. Plano, Texas. I've never been to Plano. Been to Amarillo. That's a long story, but yeah. Shoot. I've even been to Little Rock, Arkansas. I've been to Heber Springs in Arkansas. That is where they have lakes and hot springs. Good stuff there. No. No, yeah, Amarillo's, yeah, totally. Was it on Amarillo? Yeah. But I was there just for a couple hours. I've been to Albuquerque, a couple hours, same thing. Longest drive was Virginia to Salina, Kansas, about halfway across these days. Oh yeah. Long road trips, they're fun, but you have to be with the right people, but you also have to be okay with like roughing it a little bit. Unless you're going to spend tons of money on like hotels and stuff, which what's the point of a road trip? Oh yeah, Little Rock. We used to because I when I lived in Memphis, we'd go to Little Rock to visit our friend down there. That's how I know about the green skies. All right, take care, Mariah. Yep, Mariah is streaming with P later on, 3 p.m. Central, at the Piamata Studio website, channel on the YouTube. That's what I meant to say. See you later, Mariah. Much love for all your help. How's that for a floppy offy? Beautiful. Yes. I used to do a lot of road trips when I was younger. My ex and I did a lot of road tripping. When I moved to Memphis, we moved to Memphis. That's I actually we actually drove from Boston to Memphis um, in a little bitty Honda with our stuff in a what do you call it? Um, movers were the company I work for moved me, so they hired movers for me, and then I went to Memphis. Worked there for a couple of years. And then I went to Atlanta after that. All right, now this one. Pine Bluffs. Pine Bluffs. Yeah, I've heard of that. Been there. Yep. I think because Mo is here, this needs Prussian blue. Oh, no worries, Paula. Figured you were still here. Vibing. I hope you're enjoying your birthday, my love. Yes, it's Paula's birthday, guys. Adrian's a country girl. One fabulous thing I remember about Tennessee or living in Memphis was there was a bar they took me to a couple times called Denim and Diamonds. Huge sprawling club that was, as the name suggests, half country bar and half just regular, dance club. Tell you what, best fun I had in a long time. All kinds of craziness going on. Mississippi, yeah, did some work in Tupelo. No, when I was there, not much was going on in Tupelo. I think they had one stop sign in the entire city. All right. Oh, that's gonna be good. I missed a little bit here. That's okay. This is dry enough. Yeah. All right. Now we need a full color for this bad boy. I'm gonna bold it. I'm gonna go bold with this metallic aqua green. Oh yeah, no, I was never good at the two-stepping or the line dancing. I'm not that coordinated to do that kind of dancing. No. But man, it was a trip watching these country boys with their tough, demeanors fill up the dance floor when Cher came on to do their step dance, lines, two-stepping. A bunch of cowboys out there dancing up. Do you believe in life after love? A sight to behold, that's for sure. They were good. They're good little dancers. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. To draw nice. Two places still have some drawing to do, so I'm gonna let those do what they gotta do. And I'm gonna clear the decks here a little bit so I can start gluing down some pups. I'm just gonna ride out for a little bit, so I don't have a time limit today. I'm just gonna keep going till they kick me out. Sonny and Cher, yeah. It's a Sonny and Cher show. And Topo Gigio. Do y'all remember Topo Gigio? This is a step in the wrong space, you might get the country go. Okay. You're not wrong. That's for sure. First time I ever saw a gun in person, a handgun, was in Arkansas. And the country girl that we went to visit, my friend's cousin, she kept it under her pillow. So that's how they roll. Mouse in my craft room. All right, so I've got this paper here I'm going to glue down onto. This is just a packaging paper. Glue some of these down. Where is my? Can use my gel gloss medium. Well, Julie, it helps that I live in an apartment with no kitchen. So not much cooking goes on here aside from microwaving and most recently my air fryer. So sorry. Can't help you there. Um yeah, no, I don't live in a typical apartment, and that was not my choice. Nice. A little tearaway ruler. And what this is just you just start gluing things down. And just glue her down. Now you can certainly, color coordinate and do all that fun stuff. I'll do my best. I kind of just go by eyeing it and seeing what I come up with. Great. Yes, I don't usually use it the larger side. I tend to only use the smaller of the deckled edge. Um, and then it's got the line in the middle, which is or the opening, which is useful for doing stuff. But I only use that pretty much. Only one that has ever mentioned him. Topo Gigio, yeah. Topo Gigio. He was a little puppet. There. So this has some of Darcy's stencil on here as well. Gonna tear off some of that more blank stuff. It's a good ruler to have if you like your rough edges, you know. Just do a few strips and then alternate and, go back to the blue one and all that. And this will wrinkle a little bit, but that's just because of the paper. But once it dries, it'll be fine. And what I like to do is I like to um, hang them to dry, and that usually helps with any of the wrinkling. Usually, if I say that, this is wrinkling like a mofo. Yeah, Mo, I heard that about you. Gaga has a song about that. It's called just that. I like it right. You're still on silent. I'm talking to you, Paula, and you can't hear me. That's a really good bit there, but I'm going to go in further. So that's kind of, well, I can use that and just patch in on the ends. And most of these are on deli paper. That's why it's ripping rather easily. So I'll just patch in later in the empty areas. I overlap them a little bit. So I'm not gonna, be all fanatical about the edges. Sean says my dog chewed off one of his fingers when we would play outside. And then he still looks good. The only thing that survived my child. I thought your dog chewed off one of his own fingers for a second. They'll chew on anything, those dogs. So I'm going to take some from here. Do that on there. And then leave the edges rough, and then you can just cut them, trim them as you need them trimmed, trim them to your liking. Just a little piece down here. Although I don't want to hide that blue stripe, I'm going to go around it. Don't want to lose the blue there. Here's a fun one. Purpley with numbers. These are the PM Artist Studio number stamps. Get a nice hunk of that. Oh, awesome. My pleasure, Shauna. Franken papers is always fun to do. And that's how I made those books that I glue into my collage books and stuff. These two, these are pup covers. Pup covers. Like that lighter bit there. It's a nice transition. This is a good way to use up your cleanup sheets here. And it doesn't have to be the deli paper ones. You could do your brayer offs, like if you do your brayer offs on regular paper, do that. Use those. Make yourself something cool. Let's look at here. That's nice there. Let's cut some of this off. Thank you, Julie. Like I said, I kind of like wing it. Kind of, I look and like if I like how it looks, I do it. I don't have a formula or anything. Now I'm thinking what I want to eat for lunch. I had breakfast, but I did not have lunch today. So I definitely need lunch. Oh, I'm gonna get something. Like I said, I started using my air fryer, and it's so good. There's nothing like here in the States we call the thicker fries, French fries, the steak fries. So I get those and I do them in the air fryer, and those are so good. Because when I watch something British, they're always eating their darn chips, and it makes me so hungry. So now I have my own. Because you can't order chips on delivery and expect them to be good. They're always soggy. They're never cooked right. They're never cooked like to the crispiness I like them, and crazy. So these were from another project that was already cut up. So I said, oh, well, I might as well use those. Um, you know what, Mo? I'll do both mayo and ketchup. I love both. There's uh, the Dominican people here, at least here, they do what's called a mayo ketchup sauce. So they mix mayo and ketchup and garlic, fresh garlic, ground up garlic. So good. It is so good. What do you mean, Mo? You don't like what do you like on yours, Mo? Tell me. I mean, everybody's different with their preferences. Curry ketchup? No, never had that. Gravy? I've never done gravy and chips or gravy and fries. That's not a thing we do here. And I can't say I've ever tried it, but you know, never say never. Maybe one day I'll do it. Jersey does gravy. Well, Jersey does all kinds of stuff. If you ever been to a Jersey diner, oh, they have everything. And there was, I don't know if it still exists. I don't know what the place was called, but there was a diner where everything was like oversized, like super oversized, because that's just how it was. And you say you ordered a what is that sliced meat? The not corned beef. Y'all name some smoked sliced meats. Anyway, the sandwich is literally like huge, piled on huge, all the toppings, everything. Oh my god, it's so good. You'd have food for days. Pastrami. That's it. Thank you. Good hot pastrami sandwich with the sauce on the side, the dipping sauce. And then you've got all the fixings. And then you got the side of fries. And oh, so good. Or onion rings. And then the desserts were just as huge. Brisket's good, yeah. And they were open all night. A lot of them were open, late or all night. So whenever my ex and I would go visit his family in Jersey, we always hit up the diners. Oh, Keeks, well, I am gluing down pieces of pickup papers to this piece of packaging to make some, as Shauna or Adrian called it, Franken paper. Bangers and mash. I used to make bangers and mash and sauce. Nothing like a good sausage with some smashed potatoes. Bring back some of this food here. Yeah, one of my first cooking jobs, I was in charge of making the mashed potatoes for the dinner service. Um, so a lot of mashed potatoes. So I had to peel them, cook them, rice them, add the cream mixture, the seasonings, and make sure there was enough salt because there's nothing like lame tasting mashed potatoes. They've got to have salt and flavor. Potatoes contain a lot of salt. Season those suckers. Hello, Karen. How are you? We're blowing pups, Karen, blowing pups. Until about, it's 3 o'clock now. So I'm just going to finish up this sheet here and then I am calling it a day. It's then at 4 my time is PM Artist Studio. We're just talking about some food, about how I started using my air fryer. I did some breakfast sausages in my air fryer today. Awesome. They turned out very nice. Very nice. See how quick this goes? Do this watching a movie or something. Or listening to a podcast. Here, let me trying to get this pieced in here nicely. Trust me, once the glue's dried, you won't really tell. You won't be able to tell. It's this one too. It's another one with numbers. And you notice the theme? I did this one on a video for the new year, and I just things happened and it was never released. But here we go. 2026 paper. Better use it now before the year's over. Oh, God. Yeah, they asked what the significance of the 26 was. Well, it's the year of our Lord. Yes. Let's see next here that look cool here. Some of this one here. This is a fun one. That's fun and festive. Okay. All right, Shauna. You do have a great memory, Mo. That's why I love you. Got a very good memory. And I am overlapping them slightly, but not that much. Up to you. This is my favorite part, just brushing on the glue, making a mess. Put stuff down. And then once it's dry, oh, it's like a dream. You're like, oh, it's so pretty. It's nice and combines. I don't know what I'll make with this particular one, but we shall see. The other one, I made the book covers. With one, I did a wall hanging. And there's still opportunity for me to come back and do some stamping on here. This won't get stamped today because it needs to fully dry before I can get into any of those shenanigans. You know. Oh, that's good right there. There. Oh, there was something I did want to show because Karen's here. Do you remember Linda? Joni's stamp Linda. The I think it's is it a bee or a I forget what the bug is, but she's adorable. I love Linda. Look, Karen. These are Karen's word stamps. There's joy, grace, there's love. What's the other one? The other one. But yeah, they come in two sizes. This is the smaller one, and they come in a larger size. And I've combined it here with my spotted lanternfly. Cool, huh? Inspiring words. Yes. Yes. So it's joy, grace, love, and peace. They are beautiful, aren't they? I love her. She's got wonderful handwriting. As people used to say to me, you have great handwriting for a left-handed person. Girl, don't matter. Linda, she's full of grace. I love Linda. She just cracks me up. She's so fun. I gotta finish this. I know, like teachers will try to make me write with my right hand, and I'm like, but my penmanship is better with my left hand. You just want me to write like everybody else in class. And that's not how this works. I was a very stubborn child. um, and, you know, when I was a kid, a lot of these teachers were from the mentality of, you know, everybody's right-handed and everybody has to write like a right-handed person. You have to, and then they were expecting me to hold the paper the same way. I can't do that. That's just not how I write. So, for example, let me show you how I write. Give you a little quick little example. I got a pencil here. All right, so left hand paper, right? You see a lot of left-handed people doing all that business. Now, I don't do that. I turn my paper completely sideways, sometimes even further, and that's how I write. Nothing wrong with that. Sorry, it's hard to see. So, oops, that went wonky. So, joy, fabulous. I can write, and I'm left-handed. Shouldn't hold my paper like everybody else. Told them teachers. Let's get another. Oh, this is what I was going to put on again. Yeah. Yes. Let's do some of that there. And it used to be a lot better, you know, when we used to have to write more. Obviously, these days we don't write as much. But I try to keep up my writing. Yeah. I can you can turn your paper every which way you want. But mind you, growing up, every freaking desk was made for a right-handed person. The struggle to get a left-handed person desk, that was a struggle. You know, when you had like the individual desks. Well, you know what, Zal? If he's comfortable doing that, and hey, that is more power to him. That's my thing. If you're comfortable doing it that way and the result is great, there you go. And the notebooks, right? That's right, Glenda. We are in our right minds, no matter what those psychologists say. Darn it. Let's get another piece of this purple lusciousness up in her. Oops. Use that to fill in. So I got a little gap down here. I mean, to this day, like, there's like, because I live with a right-handed person who is stubborn in his ways, that like I still have to explain to him, I put things in a certain place because I'm not right-handed like you. God. If he's cooking his noodles or stirring his coffee, he usually stir with his left hand to have to make his own choices. Interesting. Yeah. It's hard to like, especially like when I was working as a line cook in a restaurant, and you know, it's tight quarters, and most of the people you're working with are probably right-handed. So you got to work with that too, you know. You got sharp knives flying and hot pans and stuff like that going on. So you got to You have to be extra mindful, that you don't turn and stab your coworkers. Yeah. Now, mind you, there's a lot I do with my right hand that I don't do with my left. Um, you can see, like, I brayer, like, you notice Karen, she's left-handed, she brayers with her left. You brayer with your left hand, right, Karen? I brayer with my right hand. Very, do a lot of stuff with my right hand. I cut with my right hand, like my scissors. I don't hold them in my left hand. So I don't know how that happened, but yeah, that's yeah. Yeah, no, I know, Mo, totally right. It's a struggle, man. All right, one more strip and we are done. I'm gonna let those other prints that I got on there on my plates and let them dry on there, and I'll post some pictures for y'all. But thank you for joining me today. And don't forget to hit the like button. That's much appreciated. And after this, you'll see me over at PM Artist Studio on their live stream. Come on. Easy peasy. Get that water. Awesome. Look at that. That's pretty colorful. I love it. You see how it's curling? The side's starting to dry, but I'm gonna hang it up, and it dries pretty nicely and pretty flat. If you need to flatten it further, just stick it under some heavy stuff, and there you go. So let's see a couple of the prints that we pulled today. Let's see. We've got this one here. That one. That one. A lot of bold colors today. Where's that one? This one. This one was my favorite of the day. This one's my favorite of the day. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful day. And I'll see some of y'all over at PM Artist Studio later. Bye.